instructions. There should not be selfie. Some of you submitted, you shared selfie in the group. You shared a picture. Some worthy reports and all that. You know what you did. Okay, so please, going forward, ensure you stick to instruction. If you're part of those that your reports were nullified, kindly delete them, okay? And let's just abide by the rules. Okay, so congratulations to each of you who has stayed to this point. I know it's not been easy, okay? So we look forward to you successfully graduating. Okay, please, we're gonna give you 1 more minute. Go to your different GSAG group and to your different GSAGs and tell them to join in, okay? Thank you for your responses. You can hear me. I would enjoin us to make this very interactive, okay? And let the facilitator, the speaker know that you are following him. Content creation system, GSAG, device connectivity. Which GSAG is winning like this? Okay, I think I can't even find 2 other GSAG. They're not here. Only one network infrastructure systems. Okay, please rename your devices, okay? We are 30. This is not a good number. We're supposed to be over how many? About 100 participants, or just less than half. Okay, it's about time for us to bring in our speaker. I'm just going to shortly read his profile. Okay, I'll read his profile. So please pay attention. We'll bring him up in the next minutes. Kindly inform your GSAG members to join in. Please do that. And rename your devices while on it. And sign in with your name and your GSAG in the chat room. All right? Thank you. So our dear facilitator for tonight, who is going to be talking on the theme upcycling, is a passionate environmentalist. Anu Alugbin, Jisam Anu, is a passionate environmentalist, a nature enthusiast, and green advocate with over 3 years of experience in promoting environmental sustainability and climate action. Through collaborative efforts with stakeholders, media outlets, NGOs, and groups such as the Rotaract Club and Ocean Climate Change Initiative, Jisam Anu works tirelessly to advance environmental protection and sustainable practices. He's a committed climate change advocate who is dedicated to driving meaningful change and fostering a greener future. Beyond his professional roles, Anu is deeply involved in volunteer work, contributing his time and skills to various NGOs and initiatives. His efforts focus on fostering community engagement, driving positive change, and promoting environmental stewardship. Anu has demonstrated exceptional leadership and project management skills through his involvement in various activities. He's notably, he has served as a project manager for Plugin Nigeria Club at Adeyemi College of Education, where he led a team of volunteers in organizing a campus cleanup event. Under his leadership, the event achieved remarkable success, which earned him distinction of being the first non-entertainment event on campus with the highest number of volunteers. This initiative did not just promote environmental awareness, but also set a benchmark for community-driven sustainability efforts. At this juncture, please go to the chat room. Let's make welcome Anu on the stage. Let's make welcome Anu Alugbin on the stage. Please, I want to see your clapping and sounding ovation, okay? All the emojis. Let's welcome him. Oh, we are still 32. Please, are you there, Anu? You can take over now. The floor is yours. Thank you so much. Yeah, please welcome him, send him all the love and all. Ensure you have your questions ready. Okay, he's going to shortly give a presentation on upcycling and we'll have questions at the end. Thank you for welcoming him. Please, you have the floor. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Jisam Gift. Thank you. Please, I don't know, am I audible enough, please?
Yeah, you are.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay. Once again, good evening, everybody. Good evening to all greenies. This is day 4, and it's not actually easy. The academic has been has been well, stressful for some. To some, they enjoy the tags and all of that. But whichsoever perspective the academy it is to you, I believe that the theme of the academy has actually been passed, which is consciousness and connected. Yeah, we actually want you to be conscious of the environment, and after you have that awareness, we want you to key to it and be connected. So right away, without wasting much of our time, I would dive straight into what we have today. So I'll be sharing my screen now so that I would you can all see my slide. Few minutes, please. Okay, so why? Okay, good. So you want to believe everybody can see my screen now? Is I want to be sure we can see the screen. Just let me
Yeah,
know that from the chat
coming up.
box. I can hear you, please.
It's still coming up from my end.
Uh,
Okay, we can see it
oh,
now. Yeah.
okay. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. So tonight we'll be talking about upcycling. Upcycling. That's what we'll be talking about tonight. But then I would love to do some background check on what we've been doing so far in the academy. The academy is built in such a way that the topics are simultaneous to each other. A form of foundation has been laid from day one, where we talk about ecosystem. Then today too, we talk about environment. And yesterday, we talk about solid e-waste management, whereby we talk about the R's of waste management. Yes. Then today we'll be talking about upcycling. So if you are actually attentive to the open knowledge section so far, you understand the fact that every section is actually bringing us to a consciousness for us to be able to relate to it with our environment. That's one. Then two, ability to adapt with what we have for the not just for our sake alone, but even for the sake of our mother earth, sustainability, as the case may be. So tonight, as I've said, the topic is upcycling, but permit me to add a little phrase into it, which is upcycling, turning trash into treasure. Turning trash into treasure with a tagline of creative way to reduce waste and inspire sustainability. Um, we should look at what waste is. General English of waste is basically what is not useful. If I say trash that waste, that means at that moment in time, those things are not useful for me. But then it has come to a point whereby most of the things we call waste are not even more dangerous to the environment. I remember back then as an undergraduate when they brought this ATM into my school, and this ATM would print receipt for us. And we students, we even when we know we don't have money in the account, we still go to the ATM to operate with the mindset that we want a receipt. And we will get the receipt, just take it, make fun of it, and drop it. There was no dustbin. So before daybreak, we have heaps of receipts from the ATM stand. And what happened the next day? The security men will either pack it and burn it or dump it at the gutter side. When rain fell, that caused flooding. So there's a consciousness of waste. Waste, yes, we don't longer, longer we don't need them again. But then what about the consciousness of the damage this waste cause into our environment? So this will bring us to today, which is upcycling, waste, turning treasure into waste. Okay, so the second slide is a background knowledge. I will start with a story, and after this, I want us to stay glued to our uh, chat room because I will ask series of questions so that I can actually know we are following. I remember a young lady through a story, very young, and she grew up because she came from a poor family. She grew up to the fact that a meal is complete without protein. Protein, I mean, be it fish, meat, egg. So far, they have a meal. They don't believe there's anything called protein. The supplements we do. So she grew up with this consciousness that a complete meal is a complete meal, even without those things. So one day she got to school at the age of 5 and she saw her classmate eating and she found fish on the food, although she did not know it is called fish. Then she asked the girl, the friend, oh, what is this? Then the friend told her, okay, this is fish. So she was surprised. She has never had it before. She has never eaten it before. So she got home and told her parents, oh, I found a new meal. To her, thinking it is another variety of meal. Then her mother now have to explain to her why they've not been eating fish because they were poor, they don't have much money, and blah, 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 all of that. Then she told her mother, oh, then if it is, even if it is once in a while, let's take this meal too. Then her mother promised her something that finish your studies after your exam. If you should come out with A's in all your papers, then I will buy fish for you. So the consciousness of I want to eat fish make this girl study hard. Um, and luckily for her, she met up with the demand of her mother, and her mother just have to fill into the promises she has made for her. So she went to the market and buy fish, cooked the fish, and when the daughter was about eating the fish, she was so curious to know what kind of taste the fish could give to her. But on eating the fish, she found the taste was different, and what she could taste was all this microplastic in the fishes. And because of that, she was like, oh, so these people are eating what is not even good for the body. The essence of that now is waste are not really good. And the effect of that is that if we do not take care of this waste, if we do not take good proper care of them, it will really affect us. It will affect us, affect the water bodies, affect the ecosystem. Just like the first law of physics that says a body will begin to be at a state of rest or at a uniform motion, except external forces are acted on it. So now, considering this girl, with the fact that she has ate plastic, she believes fish is not a good food. Well, that's that. Then the knowledge of ours that we have. So at this point, I want us to do some little brain test. So that was yesterday topic. I want to be sure we all know, we can still remember. There was a point they told us we have three to start with, then there's a push to add another two. So let's just see how far we can go. The 5 hours we have, let's just list them. Let's list them. We can just list one, then another person list another. They say we have 5 hours of waste management yesterday. So yeah, I can see the reviews. Thank you. Refuse, okay. We have five, so I have two. Remain three. Reuse, reviews. Many people are bringing out their jota. Recycle, okay. Reuse. I have reuse already. I'm left with two. I have reviews already. Refuse. I have reviews. So I need to reform. Okay, yeah, accepted. But that's not what I'm looking for. Okay, not to waste much of our time, you can remember that we have reviews, reduce, reuse, recycle, and recover. Basically, the fives. Then we go by extension to give all other apps that we can use. That's where we have recover, recreate, and all of those things are just bringing a consciousness to us on how we can manage our waste, not to form dangers into our environment. Okay, another question. Let's create a scenario whereby you came back from maybe work, office, you came back home during the night, and then you're actually hungry. You bought bread because you love bread, and you love your bread with let me say bama, for example, mayonnaise, and you still stay with your parents. Let's create that scenario. You still stay with your parents, the African mothers, and there's a bama in the house, but at this moment you don't know where the bama is. You don't know exact location. Maybe the dining or the kitchen or inside the fridge, but there's a bama in the house. But the issue is there are a lot of bama containers because okay, your mom bought bamas and after you are done with it, she didn't throw it away and you have a lot of Bamas. But what you need to do is you need to go straight to where the Bama is and spray it on your bread and eat. But you went to the kitchen and you saw Bama bottle. So I want to ask now, what do you think can be inside the Bama bottle? Can it really be Bama, considering the fact that our African parents put it there? I want to know what you think can be inside from the chat room. What do you think can be inside the Bama bottle? My own house, if I see Bama bottle inside the kitchen, I know definitely it's not Bama. Cube season, salt, pepper. Wow, wow, yeah, awesome, awesome. Sugar, good. Salt of pepper. Okay. What if it is ice cream container? Do you ice cream? Let's look for another. If it is ice cream. Oh, grounded crayfish, soap, crayfish. Awesome. Wow, still inside the fridge. Really, that's good. Okay. So I think this brings us to a consciousness that the African parents might, the word now might not really know what they are doing. To them, they are trying to look for a container to keep all of the things that are useful for them. Although some I know, but the point to it is most of them might not really know what they are doing in terms of environmental conscious. That's what I'm saying. But believe me, they are just simply doing what we tag as upcycling. So I've actually delved into the topic. What they're actually doing is upcycling. Upcycling. So now let's take the definition of upcycling. What is upcycling itself? What's the meaning of upcycling? Upcycling is a creative process of converting old items into new and meaningful products, giving the new product a new value than what is was previously. That's just a simple meaning of upcycling for a layman. For example, for the ice cream container, I said originally the container is meant to keep ice cream originally. But we cannot say African parents are wrong by using that container now to keep grounded crayfish, by using it to keep salt, sugar, or whatever they actually think it is useful for at that moment. So the creative process of converting an old item, what we think are no longer useful for us at that moment, because maybe they've actually served the main purpose at which we bought them for. For example, we bought Bama, and Bama comes with a container of Bama. So at the point where we are done with Bama, that means there's no more Bama inside, but we do not want to throw the container away. We now use it to store another thing. So that process we've done is actually called upcycling. Another definition is which is described as a sustainable art of producing new items from old ones, which is generally known as waste, without degrading the quality and composition of the material. Now, if we should check the picture I have on the left hand side, this is the picture of a tree made up with plastic. Yes, the grain is the plastic. The is it the stem now is also made from plastic, where the base is mixture of concrete and sand and all of those things. So at this point, now waste that we think it is plastic. Plastic is actually a waste, but we do not no longer we do not throw these things away because of the dangers it causes. So we think of what we can make use of, what we can make out of the plastic. So we rather convert it into this beautiful, amazing work of art. So that's what upcycling is. So from now, many of us might be confused of upcycling, recycling. Are they really the same? Are they different? Okay, now let's check what upcycling is. Do they really have the same meaning with recycling? Okay, we said upcycling and recycling are both methods of reusing materials, but they differ in their process and outcome. Basically, upcycling, we've established the fact that it is either we turn a material into another thing, or we even, from the second definition, or we even try to produce new item from it. Like a very good example, your old jean, because it's fading away, and as a Pablo, now rich guy, you could no longer wear old fake jean again. You decide to cut it into tote bag. So at that process, in the production of the tote bag is still made from the old jean. It is still the same material, but this time around, it is no longer a jean you wear. It is now a tote bag that you use to either take your books to classes as a student. So both upcycling and recycling are both methods of reusing material. We definitely reuse the materials, but the difference is that recycling involves the breaking down of these used materials. For example, plastic. For those ones that have been to recycling plants before, they will know how these things are done. They bring plastic, crush them, melt them, and from there it is used to produce another plastic. So recycling is the breaking down of these materials into their raw form which is now reprocessed into new products, whereby upcycling is the creative use of these materials or items in their current state without destroying their quality, but to give us another useful materials. So that's just the difference between upcycling and recycling. So if we are actually following and if we actually understand the difference between upcycling and recycling now, the next slide will take us to an open task whereby I have two pictures. So what you just need to do for me is just to tell me the process it undergoes, be it upcycling or recycling. So I have the first image coming. Okay, yeah. The first image is this. A Christmas tree by the right, made from plastic. Oh, I think I should not even say the answer here. So let me see what we have. This process is it upcycling or recycling? Please let's reply that in the chat room. From the left picture to the right picture, the process is it upcycling or recycling? Upcycling. So someone said recycling, okay. Upcycling, okay. Upcycling, okay. I just want to be sure. Okay. Recycling, oh, recycling, upcycling, okay. Recycling, okay. Now, okay, before I even explain this further, let's take this as picture A, and let's take the next picture as picture B. There's something I want to pick out so that I would understand better. Okay, few minutes, please. Not this. We'll still come back to this one. Coming. Okay, beautiful. Now to this. This is another diagram. So what is this now? What is the process? Is it upcycling? Is it recycling? So let's have it. Let's have it. Recycling, okay. So we have two images now. Let's say image A and image B, but we are on the image B. Recycling, okay, recycling. Okay, it's like everybody agrees image B is recycling, but we still have some people that agrees that image A is upcycling. Okay, beautiful. So now let's go back. Let's go back from the first one. From the first one we have image of dump site um, filled with plastic trash on the left hand side, and on the right hand side we have a Christmas tree made from plastic. A Christmas tree made from plastic. It is so obvious that the Christmas tree is made from plastic. It is so obvious. So what we do is we cut all of these pictures I've shown you are products made by Plugin Nigeria. So we really don't preach what we do not do. That's by the way. So this is a Christmas tree, and the base is a plastic, which is all these reusable cup, this red white cup that we use, but this time around it's not red, it is green. Then the other attachment we have is a shred plastic that we cut and we join them together. So what we do is we just gathered PET bottles in the environment and we cut them to create this beautiful picture. So basically it is upcycling because we do not break down the plastic into their raw form. What we do is we just cut the plastic and use it to produce another thing. So it is basically upcycling and not recycling. So the second image is on my left hand side, I have a picture of canned bottles, sorry, canned Fanta, Coca-Cola, Sprite, yeah, and all of that. And on my right side, I have the arrangement of those cans to form a chair. It is basically upcycling because the canned bottle still retain its shape, its qualities, and every other thing. It is so obvious. It is so obvious that the chair is made from can. So it is definitely upcycling. But for the third image, it is actually recycling because from the process, the plastic on the right hand side and what we have on the left hand side is the melted yes, those plastic that were crushed and melt already going into the process to form a new product, which is another plastic entirely. But from the plastic on the right-hand side, we cannot actually say, unless we have the knowledge earlier, that the plastic is made from plastic that was melted. So that's those are just the difference. Once again, upcycling is the idea of turning a material into another thing. Like I've said, for example, your old jean into a tote bag, your ice cream container into a container now used to store crayfish, your rack clothes, maybe clothes that it is no more useful in the house. Now we decide not to throw it away. We decide now to use it as a mop to clean up waters and spillovers of oil in the kitchen. So those are examples of upcycling. All right, so let's continue. We are actually lagging the end of time, so let's move faster. Now let's go to the benefit of upcycling. Why is upcycling important? We have 4 points here basically. The first one is environmental benefits. One of the main advantage of upcycling is that upcycling is sustainable. Sustainable in the sense that in the form of processing those materials into new ones in upcycling now, we do not release any hazard to the environment. For example, in the production of creating new plastic, which is the recycling process, for those that have been to the plant before, you notice that we have all these heavy machines that release burning of fuels into the environment. At times, they will need to melt, creation of heat that will later lead to the environment. All these things are actually, they have effects as well. It might be minute, but they have effects on the environment. But in terms of upcycling, it is environmental, it is sustainable. If you need to turn your old gin to tote bag, what you just need to do is cut the old gin into the size, get needle and thread for those that cannot use machine. And if you can use machine, just sew it and you have your bag already. The old clothes into rag to clean up water in the house. You don't need anything that would be dangerous to the environment. So it is actually environmental benefit. It is sustainable. Economic advantages too, in terms of the processes, in terms of changing it. At times, you spend little or no money. Yes, little or no money. If you happen to be a tailor, the amount you spend on turning your old jean to tote bag is minimal. All you need to buy is get wool, maybe 200 or 500 as the case may be. Very, very minimal. Energy efficiency. And all these things create creative and unique products. Now, if you look at the picture we've seen before, the Christmas tree, the first picture in the first slide, look at how beautiful they are. Then for many of us that know Waste Museum in Ibadan, if you have visited those places, you see the beauty work of art that was done through waste. So those are the benefits of upcycling. Thinking of you turning um car tires, to a mirror frame in the house, painted with paint, a very fine design. It would, you might even get there and you might not even know it is tire until you feel it or touch it. Those are the benefits of upcycling. It creates it gives a creative and up and a unique product. So we'll move forward by giving. So I decide to list some examples of upcycling. We have thousands of them. From here, I say old t-shirts to reusable tote bag, two wine bottles into lamps or vases, old ladder into bookshelves or plank stand, tires into plantiers. Plantiers is the nursery beds. Maybe you want to plant something, you want to create nursery beds. Some even use tires to rear snails. It's also an example of upcycling. You use that to create habits for snails. Yes. And CDs and records into wall art or coasters. We have a lot of them. Dennis Jean into coastal rugs and pet beds. Something about upcycling is the more creative you are, the more it will definitely give you the beauty and the work of art. So because of our time, I would move forward again. And the next slide is we're actually rounding up. It is a call to action. Call to action. We'll be able to know that another way at which we can solve environmental problem in terms of waste is we practice upcycling. Those things we thought it is waste, we can actually think of creating something meaningful, another useful material from them. Even if yesterday we talked about the hours of waste management, we talk about reviews. We've actually preached the fact that if it is possible, We can refuse some things. I don't think there's some actions some environmentalists are taking and it looks weird, but because we know the benefits we have for it to our mother earth, how will it be if we see somebody that enters, say, Mr. Biggs or Captain Cook or item 7 go? Okay, item 7 will even give you takeaway, but let's think of those that will not give. Okay, yes, item 7, and you go there with your cooler, Mr. Biggs, yes, Captain Cook, all these KFC eateries, and you go there with your cooler. I want to buy 1 plate of rice, but this is my cooler. Don't give me your plate. Don't give me your nylon. In ShopRite now, we now have reusable bags. If you are going for shopping, go with your reusable bags. Those are the method of we reducing to create more waste. And even if we cannot reduce, we are encouraged to reduce. Reduce, instead of you buying table water every day, get a reusable plastic that will just pour in your water and drink. We have those that are fashionable. So if we should link the hours of waste management we did yesterday and the upcycling idea of today, we will notice that if we should come into the consciousness and connect ourselves with those knowledge, the rate at which waste will be on the streets, the rate at which waste will be generated will be minimal. So this is a call to action. We've established the fact that upcycling is a creative process to turn trash into treasure and to make a positive impact on our planet. It is not just about creativity, but it is all about sustainability, resourcefulness, and making a difference. Every upcycling items is a step forward to reduce waste. That's just the pure truth. But one upcycling you do today is a step to reduce waste, a step to conserve resources, and a step to protect our planet. So this is a challenge to us that we should not just sit today and listen to the talk all in the name of we have to graduate. But even after this, we have to be conscious and connect to the environment of we creating a way to reduce waste in our environment. So lastly, before I go, part of what I do is I put in lines together to form poems to actually create this 12 line poems to charge us as well and to make it a form of summary for this class. And I title it A Second Chance for Earth, which says, we fill the earth with trash and waste. Ignore the treasure we displays. Forgive us, nature, we did not know. That trash could bloom and treasure grows. Now eyes are open, hearts are weak. We see the paths we need to take. We will mend, we will fix, we will breathe new life. A world where waste can innovate. Old jars become a lantern light. T-shirt transforms a bag, takes fight. Tires and flowers plant a chair. Each product whisper, waste no more. We will shout it loud. We will spread the call to neighbors, strangers, one for all, to heal the earth and to make it right. We will turn the dark to shining light. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much.
Amazing. Wow. Thank you so much for this insightful section, this insightful presentation. Please, Greenies, let's go to the chat room and appreciate him. Let's go to the chat room and appreciate him. So quickly, let's move on to question. If you have a question, kindly use the chat room and type in your question or indicate with the electronic hand and I'm going to unmute you. Let's do that in the next 5 minutes, please. Do you have question? If you don't have, just say well understood, okay? So let's get your question or clarification or anything you would like to ask. Please ask your question, or are we good to go? Well understood. Okay, amazing. Oh, okay. Samana, you delivered explicitly well. Thank you so much. I'm gonna give another 1 minute. Any question? Any question? Okay, now if there's no question, no clarification, you ask good to go, just put good to go so that we can wrap up this section. So we appreciate every one of you who has stayed to the very end. Some of you, we against all decide to join in. I know that we are very busy people, but I'm glad that you joined. Thank you for making it a success. Kudos to the hosts. Thank you to our different GSAMs, various GSAMs. Thank you, Gigi Sam. And yeah, participant Greenies, without you, it wouldn't have happened. Thank you for joining in and interacting. Okay, so just three good to go. The rest, what happened? All right, because we don't want to keep us, we don't want to take longer time. We still have one more section. Okay, so let's ensure that we also join in on that. We'll be doing that on WhatsApp. Remember, open debate. Do we remember what the debate is about? So please, we'll be moving back to WhatsApp. Thank you for all your response. Yeah, good to go. Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much. So let's move back to WhatsApp. Let's go there. As you are going to WhatsApp, go and type what you got from the lecture, okay? Go and type what you got. Just one thing that you'll be doing going forward. And please stay to the very end for the last section. We promise to make it very snappy. All right, thank you so much. It's going to be bye from my end right now. Yeah, let's meet on WhatsApp. Bye.